Hey guys, Jim and Cityscapes Lawn Care. Welcome back to the channel. I've been talking about this for, I don't know, maybe a couple of years now. Well, actually a year and a half, about doing a review on the jig that I have for sharpening blades and whatever systems I have. So I'm going to show you now. There's a bazillion YouTube videos about this product. This is the American Sharpener. The model I have is 5000. 5000 is because I have mulching blades, kind of two levels. So as we look at the blade, get this off of here, you can see, let's get it around there. Yeah, that's fine. You can see there's the high and of course the low. Sorry, high and then the low. So I have to move my jig, and you'll see why I do that. This jig has been awesome. Just been awesome. The reason I say that is because it's the same every single time. Now, you can use many different tools. Doesn't matter how you grind them, whatever you do, freehand, but you're not going to get them perfect. The reason why I say that is because if you're doing freehand or you put it into a vise and you're grinding it yourself and doing all these different things, again, whatever your file, whatever you want to use, it doesn't matter what you take the material off with. But if you're consistent, that means you're going to have a consistent blade sharp, and that's the thing. It's got to be 30 degrees. So now your blades may differ as far as the degree is concerned, so I don't know what you use, but I need to be 30 degree, and I need to be 35 degree in the mulching higher up, if you will. So this jig gives me that cut every single time. So let me show you as I get prepared, and I'll do a kind of an overhead and see what it looks like. So this is the American Sharpener 5000. So when I say the jig, of course, you know, you put your blade in here and then you push it down, push it up, depends on your mulching part. So well, I'll do that later, but here is the jig. Tell you what, it's always difficult, right, one-handed. Let's see if I can aim it down here a little bit. There we go. So as I put this in here, as you can see, well, let's put a blade in it, right? There we go. Doesn't matter where you put the blade, guys, but anyway, so this is the jig. Yeah, you know, you can just go straight up and down, up and down. So I'm the same consistent cut every single time. A lot of times what happens is that you guys are freehanding this, which is okay if you can do it. You're kind of rounding the edge, and that's a problem, because then you're going to need to sync to somebody. I mean, when I say rounding the edge, see how, you know, this is not round, it's the same cut. Of course, the nicks come with rocks, right? So I don't have to pay. I mean, this is just brilliant. It's the same pattern every single time. So again, I'm going to lower it, raise it. So whatever I decide to do, now I want to be, let's push this back here. I'm going to line this up. Sorry, you know, it's one-handed. I'm going to line this up at 50%, and I'm going to scrape that, right? So all the material I'm taking off is right here. And then I'll do it to this side, and I'll flip it over, do it to the other side. Now I have 3 sets of blades. One, of course, I got on, and one is on that mower. And I routinely, I'll sharpen all 3 at the same time, and then as the weeks progress, you know, I'll just keep flipping them all out, Now, after I do that, then I'm going to put it on my balancer. It's magnetic. It's an Oregon balancer. Let's see how bad this one is. As you can see, you just got to go take more material off. It depends on what side it dips in. right? So anyway, so I balance my blade each and every time, and because you know what, if you ever get that vibration, you're gonna know it's an unbalanced blade. So I'm gonna show you how, let's see if this is not bad, but because it's dipping on this side, I take more material off of this side, and so that will make it raise back up again. And this, by the way, is, as you go through here, is to make sure that the blade is not warped, but we'll do that later. So I got a blade on here, let's see, and let me go ahead and jig this up, and I'll see you. We'll do a kind of an overhead shot, so bear with me. All right guys, so let me get my glasses on and my glove. By the way, if you're, well, I don't know what you guys do, but this is my mobile workshop. It is my catch-all, it's my everything. I have gas in here. I have to move the gas away because I'm gonna make sparks. So, safety. By the way, I'm using a flat disc, 40 grit. I don't like to use the stone. I think it just takes off too much material, and if you're not really good at it, you can make some cuts into that, and flat disc is more forgiving. So bear with me, guys. So we're gonna go above here, and then I'm gonna push it down because we're gonna go above here, okay? We're gonna do this one first. Ah, battery dead. That didn't last long. Give me a second. Alrighty, I'm back. That didn't take long, right? Put a new battery in. Good to go. I gotta move my phone, guys. I forgot to move my phone. It still sparks all over it. Oh. Silly me. So as you can see, it doesn't take very long. It's lickety split. I've had this thing for, well, 4 years now. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the balancer. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let's see where we're at here. I don't think you guys can see it, but that's okay. You get the gist of it. And I need to take some more off the bottom side. Let's just make sure we're okay here. Yeah, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. See if we're balanced. You hear that click, right? That means it's a magnetic. And let's see here. All right, good to go. It's one potato. Alrighty. Oop. How long does it take you guys to sharpen a blade? Well, you can see how long it takes me. On the balance. You guys balance your blades? You should. Alrighty, let's see. Not bad, actually. Not bad. Alrighty, so I'm going to finish this up, guys, and do all 3 sets. And normally it takes me about 10 minutes, and that includes the taking it off the mower. I'll speed this up so I don't want to bore you guys, but again, 3 sets. What am I? I'm on my second set. Whew, that's sharp. Wait, I just did that one. What am I doing? Dummy. Click, click. Oh, gotta get it centered. There we go. Push it in. And take a little bit more off. This side here. Oh. All right. Well, that thing is sharp. By the way, I'm using a magnetic little thing I got on Amazon. I have no idea. It's just a magnetic bars. You pick them up anywhere. I'm sure hardware stores have them. So, American Sharpener 5000. Just look it up on the YouTube, guys. There's thousands of them. Find out what your brand is, what you need for your blades. And that's it, guys. And that is it. I'm going to do another set, but we don't need to film that. I'm just going to balance this one and make sure. Oh, it's dead on. We are dead on, guys. All right. Take it out. Ooh, the camera's getting hot. Why are we all upside down? Sorry, guys. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Alright guys, I just want to finish up. I think you get my point on the jig. It's a pretty good jig. There's lots of different jigs out there, so do what's one that's important for you. I just want to caution you as we look at this blade, right? I don't know if you can see it or not, but obviously it's yeah, you can't have to do that. There we go. So as you're grinding back and forth, the problem is that you're not level. Let me back up here. You're grinding, you're freehand, right? So unless your wrists are 100%, and it's not, you're gonna round that edge. You know, and I know people for years have done it, but if you really want a sharp edge, and I'm telling you, this is sharp. I'm glad I have gloves on. But you just be careful. Yes, put it in a vise. That's one thing. You don't have to hand hold it. You don't want to do that anyway, because now you got both hands you're not even with. But if you're going up and down, unless you're 100% that you're not rounding it, and I'm telling you, it's a tendency to round it, especially over the months or even over the years. Next thing you know, you're just replacing your blade because it's just not cutting, it's just shredded. Just look at when you put these back on, look at your cut. You know, if the blades of the grass is kind of jagged, well, it's not a good sharp. Not a good sharp. We know that, right? So it has to be clean cut. And believe me, when you're got a bad grind or bad sharpen, your customers are going to know, because the tips of them are going to turn brown, right? We know that. So just when you're going up and down, you have to be very consistent. You're going to have a tendency, I know we all do, is to, when we go up, maybe on the backstroke, we change our hand angle. So anyway, I just wanted to stress that point, is that we've got to be, let me put that away. And that's where the jig is always, because it's just 100%. I don't have any movement of my hands. I mean, as far as rounding is concerned, I just go up and down, and it's solid. I can't screw it up, and it's what I'm saying. And you definitely want to sharpen your blades. You don't want to have to pay for service. I mean, I don't even know what they charge anymore. I don't have a clue. I've been doing this for 4 years. I mean, they charge $7 a blade. Man, that's expensive. And if you're cutting, let's say 10 a day, you're doing 50, maybe 40 or 50 in a week, right? Well, you should be sharpening those blades about every 20 to 30 cuts, right? Depends on your sand environment. So I have a lot of sand, so I'm always sharpening mine, right? So every week I got 3 sets of blades here, so I just constantly rotate them out. But I do sharpen them all at one time, so just let you guys know that don't keep buying new blades. Don't keep have someone else sharpen them. It's worth the investment. Find whatever jig that you can be consistent at, and that's the name of the game. If you're free-handed, you're not consistent. You know, that's a cheaper way. Sure, there's no jig, there's nothing, but I don't know how you can brace your elbows in and not turn your wrist from time to time. It's going to happen. There's just no other way around it. And it doesn't matter what you sharpen it with. I don't like the stone because it just digs in. Next thing you know, you got a groove right into your blade, where the flap wheel, you know, 40-60 grit is very forgiving and does the excellent job. So keep that in mind. I use a flap. You can use sandpaper, you can use a file, you can do whatever you want. I don't like the stone, because if you just mess up one little bit, you've got a nick in it already. So the stone is not forgiving, but hey, some people are really good at it, so I'm not. I use the flap. Anyway, my 2 cents. If you have any questions, this is the American Sharpener. I think the model for mine is 5,000. That's because I have mulch blades, so I think they got 5 different models out there. I'm sure there's one good for you. Look at all the YouTube videos and just kind of see what's good for you. I think back in the day I spent $225 for this. I don't know what they are now. So just YouTube American Sharpener, and they'll show you all the different ones. So it's a good jig. It's good for me. I put it in my mobile studio, right? I do everything here. So people ask why I have a tool bench. Well, this is one of the reasons why, because I can do everything here and just leave it in my shop. This is my shop, right? So peace, guys. Like it, subscribe, give me some comments, tell me what you guys do. If you freehand it, and are you consistent at it, or you have another jig. You can do a homemade jig. You know, you can make one if you want, as long as you're 30 degrees. Well, and my blades are 30 degrees, right? And then they go 35 degrees because of the mulch. So, and that's that's what the manufacturer wants, is for me, is 30 degrees. So I'm consistent at 30 degrees, so therefore my cut quality is consistent, right? So peace. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Adios.